What is up, everyone? It's your boy Guil, and the 2020 Game Awards are just around the corner. We know that we'll learn a whole lot more about up-and-coming games, maybe Elden Ring DLC, more Street Fighter 6 news perhaps, and for us opium-huffing people, Sekiro 2. But we do know for a fact that Tekken 8 will appear during the show in some way or another. So I want to talk about how Street Fighter 6 seems to really get it with their amazing beta in October and all sorts of trailers over the year, and how Tekken 8 needs to follow in similar fashion and create a fantastic package, create a fantastic product. Because if they do, we'll have a very bright fighting game future ahead of us. Let's chat. I don't need to tell you that people are really excited for the upcoming Street Fighter 6. Every bit of news about it makes the eventual product sound more and more promising. The Street Fighter 6 CBT closed beta test that I'm not at all salty about not having been invited to, in October gave the lucky chosen people a good taste of the promises Capcom has been making, and outside of discussion of individual mechanics, it seems that the overall consensus is very positive. Just to sum up briefly what Street Fighter 6 is promising us with their release: an 18-character launch roster, full single-player mode where you get to create your own character and explore Metro City, an incredibly in-depth training mode that provides training exercises and full frame data viewer among other things, a social area where you can hang out and show off your goofy selves, access to retro games on a rotation, extreme battle mode where you get to challenge players in all sorts of non-standard modes, the classic ranked and player battles, and of course rollback netcode, which already works great as we learned from the recent beta. In short, Street Fighter 6 is presenting itself as a whole-ass video game product upon release, with all the fun bells and whistles attached. We've been living through a generation of esports fighting games where most of them have been quite bare-bones products. Most everything that's not directly related to competitive tournament gameplay has been left on the cutting room floor. A package that lets you engage the game in a multitude of different flavors and moods seemed to not be a priority. Except for NRS games in the last decade. You'll have your versus battle, ranked and player match queues on shoddy netcode, a rudimentary training mode, a bare bones arcade mode, and if you've been real nice, maybe you'll get a 10-minute tutorial. Many fighting games from the last decade fall under that bare bones umbrella, and I would consider Tekken 7 one of those as well. Before people come out of the woodworks, I do know it has a story mode, character customization, and treasure battle. Additions to the game that I do appreciate, but unfortunately they're not of the same caliber as some of Tekken's previous outings. Although the story mode did have a few cool things going for it, the transitioning from cutscene into gameplay is super neat, and I hope to see that be expanded upon for Tekken 8.
Just dodged out of there again. Sweeping. Wow. Oh no! Oh no, Harada! Oh no, he's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet.
Oh, he jumps right out of there. Can Justin pull off a little miracle here?
Justin looking for.
Is it a ground battle? Oh.
When Street Fighter V initially launched, it sprung onto the scene from the accumulated success of the Street Fighter IV series. When it came to tournament entrance and mainstream success, Street Fighter was riding high. Unfortunately, due to a number of reasons during its early years, one of them being a perception of little value for the average gamer, caused that rising momentum from Street Fighter IV to stumble quite a bit. This allowed other fighting games to welcome players who usually only play Capcom's latest fighting games. They were looking for greener pastures. This is part of the reason that Tekken gained such a meteoric rise when it finally released in early 2017. Though, to be fair, Tekken 7's single-player offerings weren't much better than Street Fighter's at the time. It was still enough for a good chunk of players to make Tekken their primary fighter. I was one of them. I dabbled between Tekken and Street Fighter for most of my gaming life, but primarily focused on Street Fighter 4 between 2008 and 2016. Only after Street Fighter 5 and then Tekken 7's release did Tekken become the fighting game I spent most time on. Why am I talking about this? First of all, I want great fighting games that are fun and offer great value for your money. If you've come across this video, two things: hey, thanks for watching, and also all of you are probably quite deep into fighting games, probably well past being considered a casual player. It's great to welcome new players to get on board with these games, and perhaps if the game is worth their time, they will continue this journey, and the YouTube algorithm will show them my videos too. All jokes aside, our favorite hobby will have a hard time growing if many people don't find them worthwhile products. Secondly, Street Fighter 6 seems to be primed to be the fighting game to beat, and I really hope the people at Bandai Namco are feeling that. I hope they're ready to meet the challenge because they have the resources to do so. Both franchises have the opportunity to reach higher levels of success with their upcoming games, and unfortunately, both franchises have dropped the ball in many ways in years past. If Tekken 8 can release with an amazing story mode, intelligent ghost battles, a new and improved Tekken Force mode, the best customization that there's ever been, and... well, you catch my drift. Then, us fighting game players could be eating very good come 2023 and beyond, and I hope the chefs at Tekken Project know we are expecting a full course meal. If you have any thoughts or hopes for fighting games coming out in the future, let us know, and I'd like to ask you to leave a rating and subscribe to the channel. My goal is to reach 1,500 subs by the end of the year. If you subscribe, you'll receive a luck buff and see more videos like this. I'm also streaming the Game Awards on my Twitch channel on Thursday, December 8th. Consider stopping by. Thank you for watching, and take care, everyone.